Alrighty, I think we are all set to go. Alrighty, I think we're all set to go. Hang on. There we go. A couple of days ago, I tried to stream and Twitch gave me a problem, so I opened it on my browser to see if my thing wasn't lying and saying, oh, we're up, but we're not. And I heard myself talking, so we had to get rid of that. And we are back in our Freightliner that we decorated up the last drive when we stopped off in Oakland, and well, we're not in Oakland. There was an update to the beta, and it reset me to my garage because game change detected. But I didn't want to drive out of Coeur d'Alene again, so we teleported to our Colorado garage. And we're gonna find just a nice drive we can do for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours before I have to go to work. Probably not going that way. We drive this particular strip of road right here most of the time we play the game. I'm sorry if my voice is a little crappy, I just woke up, so. Quick sip of tea. I wanted to squeeze in some kind of a stream, so. It is what it is. Is there anything going somewhere I want to go? Alright, I haven't discovered Clovis yet. That's not too far of a job. We can do that. So we'll take this load on down to Clovis and we'll see what we can find afterwards, going wherever we need it to go.
Okay, here we go.
Shut off the parking brake. Oh, there is a train nearby. We're still rocking whichever paint job this one is with the Phoenix colors on it. We've got our trailer that I always use that's also got Phoenix colors. And hopefully Colorado looks pretty beautiful with the
Turn right.
new update. I should probably swing into this lane a little harder. I'm afraid I'm gonna, just like that. I was afraid that this was not enough room for this trailer to make that hard of a turn. Oh, we're starting this off strong, aren't we, fellas? How am I gonna do this? As for starts, I should probably tip the trailer in a different direction. I got spoiled by my garage in Coeur d'Alene where I have that little bit of a road I can take. So I have time to straighten out the trailer before I leave. But you're making practically a 180 coming out of that little turn from the side the trailer comes out at. So that's fun.
Keep right, and then turn right.
It's looking like a pretty nice, beautiful morning so far in Fort Collins, so it's yellow, but we need to make a right anyway, so we can do it. It's looking pretty nice in Fort Collins. This is the first time I've driven in Colorado with this new update, so hopefully it looks pretty good. And hopefully everyone here is buckled up and ready to enjoy the drive. be honest, I've already forgotten where we're going and what we're picking up. We've played this game for like 500 hours, and you've played Euro Truck Simulator for another like 200-ish hours. After a while, you kind of stop looking at what you're carrying and where you're picking up. It's more like, where do I want to go? So I totally don't remember what we're picking up. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna try and smoke less cigarettes. My little vape thing that I said the other day I had juice coming for. I got my juice, I got my coils. It's banana nut bread. It's not an unpleasant juice. I quite like the taste of it, but I would have never guessed it had banana nut or bread taste to it. It doesn't really taste like any of those. That's a nice looking convertible in front of us. Looks like we're going to this farm over here.
Get ready to turn left.
Let's see if I remember how the last farm's layout was. I seem to remember getting horribly lost the last time I stopped at a farm in
Turn left.
Colorado. That was several weeks ago, and I haven't been to a farm since.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Reroute.
Maybe you're rerouting. I'm at the left turn you said to take. Bring it this way. Don't hit the stop sign. Thank you. Or the... This thing's feedback is so rough on there, it knocked my thing down. I guess I'll just keep it in my lap while we navigate this dirt road towards where we have to be. Why didn't you just let me take that turn? Why did I have to take this turn? Cut me in and out of this place. I mean, I guess it's a nice little farm to look at. There's a lot of good detail. Look, the cows in their cow areas. I mean, I'm not a farmer. I don't know anything about animals, so I'm assuming all of this is cows area and they're supposed to be there. They're really making me drive around this place to pick up this load. They can't just have us like pick up at the front like other places, of course. But it looks like over here is where we are picking up. Although I feel like the GPS, it looks like it could have had us come all the way to the end
Safe and sound.
and turn in. I feel like we didn't have to cut through the farm area. We could have saved time there. Oh well, I'm just following what the GPS says. I'm not familiar with this area. Where are we picking up? Milk going to Clovis, New Mexico. And you want us to put it right there, okay? It's easy enough. I'm just gonna bring it out a bit, try and straighten it up. And I never was good at blind turns, so probably want to go slightly farther actually. So we are just gonna have to cheat it and do it like this. I don't have faith in my ability to make a blind turn like this around cars in a building. Don't hit the fence, straighten out, don't hit the fence, don't hit the fence. Even with an outside camera, I'm not really doing a good job at this blind turn thing, aren't I? Ease it back. Do we have room to do that without hitting the fence, is the question. Oh yeah, we're swinging this thing way too hard. This ain't gonna work. So, we have room to bring it a little farther so we can crank the wheel and bring it this way. Or have I fucked myself? I feel like I fucked myself. Well, if anything, we turn the trailer around to where I can comfortably back it in at least, so... Guess there's that, even if I didn't get my practice going blindside. Let's, but this I feel like I can do. As long as I remember there's a fence there and I don't hit the fence, which is a complete possibility. I feel like we should be fine and the fence isn't really a concern. Oops, not really where I want it to be. I guess as long as we can get it reasonably close, we can just straighten it out and pull forward. Where are we at? We're close. There we go. That wasn't bad. Actually, that was terrible, but for me, it wasn't bad. There are definitely more hardcore players of this game than me who could have done that loads better. So... yeah, I'm not following you. I am going to take this right turn. Because I feel like it looks like that will just take us right back to the road and we don't have to cut through the farm itself again.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Clear there. Still looking clear. Let's do it. We have our milk loaded up and we are on the road officially. It's only 9 in the morning, so it should be a beautiful day drive into New Mexico.
Get ready to turn right.
A 9-hour drive. It might be starting to get a little dark by the time we get there, but I feel like we should be there,
Turn right.
or almost there during the day at least. I took that turn. I should have slowed down a little more than I did. Luckily, nobody was coming. I was too busy talking. Stick my vape somewhere else. If it sits this close to me, I'm just gonna use it all day. Oh yeah, we are not going to make our light, so slow her down, slow her down, slow her down. Oh, we're a little past. It's fine. Nobody was there to get in the way. Alright, away we go. Let's move our slow self into the other lane so traffic can go past us if they felt so inclined. Like this fella over here I see in my hood mirror coming up. Be a pretty nice drive, I hope. I haven't really played this game as much as I would like to lately. Got other games I've been trying to play. Looks like we need to make a left coming up here. After like a 6-month, 8-month, something like that break, I started playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey again. That's a pretty fun game. I haven't finished the story yet. It's such a big game and I did a lot of work and I feel like I went a little past my line. I did. Oh, it's such a big game. It takes a lot of work to get to where I'm at. And even though I forgot what I was doing in the story, I didn't want to restart it. So I've been free roaming, relearning the controls, and just doing odds and ends side quests, because I'm at this point where I have to grind my levels up in the smaller islands so that I can do the main story with the character's mother back in Sparta or something, like something or other. I'm not quite sure. After a long break, I've been playing that, and that's been a lot of fun.
Get ready to turn right.
I always really liked the Assassin's Creed games. Not so much the modern day through story that kind of annoys me, but the actual period stuff is really fun. I guess the Desmond era, the Desmond storyline was pretty cool, and at least you actually left and did stuff. But like Black Flag onward,
Turn left.
I feel like you're just there's no point to the story. I don't feel like there's a coherent narrative that I'm following what's going on in the modern day story. Being this unnamed first person, you never see in person, I don't feel invested to anybody I'm actually like talking to or
Exit.
interacting with. Like the modern day stuff feels like a sideshow. And I guess I feel like every Assassin's Creed game, even the Desmond ones, like, you don't need that main story. You can get rid of the main modern day story thread and just do the assassin that you're playing as, and it would still be a great game with a good story. And you learn stuff about the assassins and the Templars and meet the cool old people and stuff. Like, you can still have a good game without all this animus crap that at this point they're just ramming in. I don't feel like there's any real good reason to even keep it around at this point. I guess I'm just waffling on to fill time at this point, but point is Assassin's Creed's a fun game, but the whole modern day interruptions with whoever you're using at the Animus really irritates me. And it takes away from my experience, even if the assassin play is fun on its own. Looks like you got room. Are you gonna go? Just gently ease it forward. Eventually, the AI is gonna give us room. We just have to be a little aggressive with it. Actually, we've got a nice long clear opening here. We don't have to be aggressive with it. Sometimes you do, because the AI doesn't always acknowledge you're there. A lot of times you just have to muscle your way in, I find. If that line of traffic hadn't stopped and that guy didn't start rolling forward, I was seriously considering cocking my cab forward at an angle to slightly cut off that lane and allow them to stop and him to go forward and give us room. But that ended up unnecessary. Sip of tea. Let's hopefully the Americans in our area or in our stream here are doing okay with the weather. I know Texas ain't doing too hot. They've got power outages and a lot of snow. I mean, a lot of snow for them. I mean, for Michigan, the amount of snow they've got is business as usual, but my family in Texas is freaking out with all that little bit of snow, and their crappy power grid can't deal with the demand for heat and the cold and stuff. And here we are in Michigan, it's like up to my knee in snow in my yard, and we're like, oh, business as usual, right? The weather's not been too kind lately. But lucky for them, I was looking at the weather back home where my family is in Texas. And this is basically just a cold snap in like 3 or 4 days from the time of when I did the stream. It's gonna be almost coughing out all my nicotine. It's gonna be almost 60, so that snow will be gone any time now. Speaking of almost 60, I'm doing almost 60, and it's a 55 zone coming into, I think we're approaching Denver. I'm not 100% certain. Anyway, I coughed out all my nicotine, so I need more. That's how it works, right? Yeah, I think that's how it works. I cough out my nicotine, so I replace my nicotine. It's looking like a pretty nice on this nice, clear, bright day. Denver. I'm still not too sold on. I feel, I feel like how in the distance things are really hazy and blurry, and then they come into focus. Like, I feel like it should be at least slightly sharper. Maybe not super sharp, but at least slightly sharper. Let's slow down just slightly, going around the sky. A nice looking stadium here. Field Stadium, is that what that said? Fred Stadium? I didn't catch it. Pretty nice driving through Denver. Idaho is still one of my favorite places to drive around in, but being based in Coeur d'Alene, and basically anytime I get a vehicle from my garage ending up in Coeur d'Alene, I get really tired of driving the same road, even if I think it's the most beautiful road I've ever driven in this game, so it's nice to change it up and be in Denver, Colorado here. That's my vape. It's a no-win situation for you guys. You guys either hear because I blow it towards the mic, or I blow it away from the mic, but that clouds up the webcam, so I guess you're not here to look at me turn the wheel in the corner of the screen that honestly my angle's so bad right now you can barely see that anyway. You're here to watch me drive. Or maybe listen to me talk if you're crazy enough to think I'm an okay talker.
Keep left.
Of course, I try to look and see what that monument looking statue thing is, and
Keep left.
that box truck got in my way. So I realized we can probably lock our cruise control where we've been foot on the pedal so long and we're just caught up against the governor on this thing and we're going as fast as we can go anyhow. We're definitely south end of Colorado now, getting ready to go into New Mexico. All our great greenery's gone. Feel like it transitioned pretty quickly from nice and green in Denver to, hey, you're almost to New Mexico now. Definitely a bit of a change in climate here. Actually, maybe we're not almost in. Yeah, maybe we're not almost in New Mexico. I feel like there's a good chunk of driving still we have to do, and it just happens to get a little more arid looking around here. guess that's exit 101, so. As we have about 100 miles before we hit the border. We are in a 55. I was too busy looking at signs. I have no idea how long we've been in a 55, but we didn't get caught speeding at least, so there's that. A little bit of that brake going. Watch out for this other Freightliner here. Ooh, a taco place. I want tacos. Been a while since I've had a good taco. This got me thinking, isn't today Tuesday? Maybe it's Taco Tuesday at my mom's office next door to where I work. Maybe I can get tacos. Or no, I think it's Wednesday actually. Yeah, it's Wednesday. They're probably not gonna be eating tacos on a Wednesday. I mean, it's entirely possible they might be, but usually they eat tacos on a Tuesday or a Thursday. Because you know, you got the, I think the proper literature term is alliteration. Taco Tuesday, Taco Thursday, you got the two T's and all that. Oh, this is a nice little chunk of drive here. I'd have to go at a good time of year where it's not really hot, but there's some places in New Mexico that look really, really nice, but desert heat just doesn't really agree with me. So heat in general doesn't really agree with me. I'd rather be in the cold like right now than be too hot.
Keep left.
And the GPS wants us to keep left. That's exit 11, so New Mexico should not be too far away. Probably gonna weigh us in. Oh no, they're gonna let us pass through. Kinda thought they'd have us weigh in before we crossed into New Mexico. The land of enchantment. Hello, New Mexico. It's been some time, hasn't it? Exit for Raton over there. Feel like I want to change lanes while I can. They're going quite slow and I've got a little more speed than I think I can get rid of. So we'll just drive this lane for a little bit until we can safely overtake them after this turn we're on. Now we're starting to straighten out, we'll make our turn. Oh, I remember that truck stop right there. I had something kind of cool happen a year ago or so. I was just playing Truckers MP just on my own time, and I saw a phone notification that a truck sim streamer I used to watch was gonna stream. That popped up on my phone. I was like, I'm in the middle of a job, I don't really care, I'll look later. I pulled into that stop to fuel up, and she was parked up in the parking lot there, and I drove right in front of her, and it's like, woo, I accidentally made a cameo on my favorite streamer's stream, and I totally didn't even mean to do that. Like, I'm just sitting there trying to fuel up and get out of Raton to go into New Mexico and do work, and I don't know, I thought it was neat. She's only got like 4,000 subscribers. She's not a huge, or 4,000 followers. Let's not forget, like, their subscribers on YouTube, their followers on Twitch. Subscribers do something different, but she's only got a couple thousand people follow her shit. Not a huge streamer, but I still thought it was kind of neat that I accidentally would have popped into her stream at some point. Though if you don't mind the sexist joke, she's a horrible driver. Like, even on Truckers MP without traffic, I drive basically like this, and we deliver it safely, carefully, we follow the traffic laws. I've seen her race around corners like she's looking for a racing line on a NASCAR course or something. Like, I'd almost be afraid to drive with her. She'd like to run you over, probably. I mean, I guess I can't judge you for wanting to see how fast you can go on Truckers MP. I mean, I really like driving the speed limit myself, but when you have miles and miles of nothing blocking you, sometimes you do get that tiny itch where you want to go a little bit faster. That's kind of why I have enabled truck speed limiter on, and it's governed, air quotes, at 65. Because if I can get away with it, I'd probably scream up into 80 if I could. And there were a couple of nights back when I was in Viva Trucking with a couple of guys. We used to do late night ATS runs just to see how quickly we can get from New Mexico up to like Seattle or something. Just follow the 10, then take the 5 and just race through New Mexico, Arizona, California, turn up towards Oregon.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Looks like we're getting ready to exit off here.
Exit right.
Let that engine brake help us slow down as we climb up this hill. There we go.
Turn left.
We are clear to make our turn. See, you're gonna take your turn. Are you gonna last through? Yeah. Thank you, buddy. He is letting us through. Starting to get towards evening. I wonder how much farther we got. We got about 3 hours. We're expected to be there about 8 o'clock. It's coming on 5, so I guess with the weird time set up, how it gets dark around 8:30 or so. I mean, I think that's odd, but I'm not familiar. I don't know. Maybe liberal time runs a little different out west. I don't know. Actually, I guess that's a horrible joke to make. Now all of you probably think I'm a Trump supporter, even though I fucking hate. I don't know. I fucking hate everyone. Fuck politics. Like, I'll rag on everyone equally. Like, I fucking rag on Biden as much as Trump. You know, soup of the day, right? I don't care. We're only at the 45-minute mark. We're making pretty good time on this drive, since so much of it is pretty high speed up near the limiter on my truck. We might be able to squeeze in a second drive after this one. Wasn't entirely sure. I was thinking maybe it would end up being the one drive, but I forget out east it's generally higher speed than out west.
Get ready to turn left.
Yep. I'm way ahead of you, Karen. You gotta slow this thing down, bleed off a little bit of that speed.
Turn left.
And are you gonna let us? Oh, thank you, buddy. You're gonna let us. Now we've transitioned from 25 to 40 eastbound, so not quite sure where Clovis is at. I'm not really familiar with New Mexico. I mean, I say that like I'm familiar with everywhere else, but I've never been farther west than central Texas, so it's not like I'm familiar with these areas anyway. I really can't wait for Texas to come out. I mean, everyone else is like, oh, Texas is big, there's gonna be a lot of driving. Texas, like, because they want a lot of place to drive on. Me, I was born in Michigan, I live in Michigan now as an adult, but all of my school years as a kid, I grew up in Texas, so the way I see it, when Texas comes out, I'll finally be driving in a place that I consider home and I'm familiar with. And there'll be familiar interstates and familiar-ish cities. Oh, so busy chatting I didn't hear Karen say to exit until the very last moment.
Turn right, and then keep right.
Oh, we got the cops turning away from us at least.
Keep right.
Going where we at on fuel. Looks like we got about half a tank of fuel. We can bypass this place. We can probably refuel in Clovis. Or even at our next stop if we find a relatively short drive we can do. I don't quite know how long of a drive we're going to do. It depends on what we find. If it's somewhere I feel like going. Lane's ending. Get ready to merge over. Nice looking little evening here. We'll just, want to look at the truck in action, but I'm not really good enough at driving. I really shouldn't be doing this, but it's a great looking truck in this New Mexico evening, huh? Oh, we got a really hard drop to 30. Oh, I just entered that zone, man. I had the engine brake on and everything. I was trying to slow down. Oh darn, maybe I'm a little closer to my mother than I thought. That like I used to make fun of how she does that, and I just realized like I got frustrated and I sighed just like my mom. I guess that means I'm getting old if I'm acting like her, huh? I feel like 28's not that old.
Left, and then turn left.
Oh good, this is a left turn. The sign says it's going to Clovis, so...
Turn left.
Actually, it is after 7 and our expected, arrival time was 8, so we should be less than an hour away, so... We are almost there.
Go straight on.
Merge over, this lane is coming to an end. We are up to a 55 zone now. Looks like we got some road work up here. Let's, oh, we got a stoplight here. Let's just, give me some more brake. I don't want to hit that guy right behind the cop. That would not be good. It's a really long red. Doesn't even look like there's any traffic over there. There we go. What's the hard stop for? You can just flow through. Like, hard stop isn't necessary. That is magnificent. Great looking sunset we got going on. Yeah. That's lovely. If I was paying attention, I would have pulled over there and gotten a nice screenshot of this truck in the sunset. It's a little too late though. We'll just have to push our way on into Clovis. That's another thing that made this drive go really quickly, is I'm impressed we did not get stopped to weigh in like 3 times. I feel like it happened. I don't think it did happen. Or no, it happened once when I was rambling about Assassin's Creed. And I didn't really address that I had pulled over following the prompts, but usually we end up getting stopped at every single way station we find, so we saved a lot of time with the one stop this time around. Here's Clovis coming up. Guess let's get ready to start slowing it down a little bit. Looks like we want to make this right turn coming up.
Keep right, and then turn left.
What happened?
Turn right.
What did I hit? there wasn't anything to hit. That's stupid. Anyway, welcome to Clovis, New Mexico, guys. Hope you're enjoying the cruise so far. Just gonna drop this baby off where it goes. Find a place to sleep until morning. Then we'll refuel and figure out what we want to do next.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Oh crap, I really should have cleared that intersection. That would not have been good if I T-boned a cop. But this kinda has the vibe of one of those roads that you just don't see cars spawn on, so...
Get ready to turn left.
That's my fault for being ready to drop the load and not paying attention, I guess.
Turn left.
Alright, let's see where you want it, fellas. We are at the rail export. Where are we parking?
It's all over now.
Looks like they want it right there. And right there, very doable. If we cheat like this. I really can't see where I'm backing in. Oop, that's my lights, not my thing. No, we're totally going into the wrong lane here. This kind of back in is doable for somebody who knows how to drive a trailer around. I clearly do not know how to drive a trailer around. Just see if we can get better view going on here. Swing it around. Let our angle tighten just a little more. Little more. Feel like we can slowly ease it where it needs to be. I'm not gonna... If I hit this trailer, I hit this trailer, but I'm trying not to hit this trailer. Oh, yeah, this is not a good back. This is gonna be crooked as all hell, but if they take it, they take it. If they're happy with it, I'm happy with it. Show results now. We can level up. We don't have any more points to allocate, though. We do have money for a new garage, though. I was thinking about expanding the fleet, so... Where should I put a garage? Where do I want a garage? I will purchase the Phoenix garage. Then we have options in Arizona if we want to fast travel to Arizona. And once we have money, we'll start getting trucks to populate that area. Let's see, where can I rest in Clovis? There we go, we got fuel and rest right here around the block. That's okay with me.
Ready to roll.
Guess I might have to service my trailer, seeing how I crashed it into something. Give the truck a little touch up across the road at the service shop while we're at it. After we're refueled and it's daytime, we're gonna look for one more job to do since we're at the hour mark already.
Get ready to turn left.
The current real time is 11:30, so
Turn left.
probably realistically stream for another like 2 hours if I really wanted, but I don't want to do I don't want to do a 3-hour stream. I'll probably cut it down to about a 2-hour stream, so we're probably thinking one more decent job and we'll be done streaming for today.
Turn left.
Decent bit of traffic here. We're gonna try it, we're gonna try it. I feel like I can take this lane right here just fine. Basically just fine. You're gonna need to go past me, dude, because I need your lane. A bit of aggressive asshole driving here, but
Right. And then turn right.
I don't want to sit and wait too long at an intersection if I don't have to. And I saw an opportunity and I took it.
Turn right.
Alright, here we go. Where do we enter in for fuel at? Let's see. Looks like, I guess right here.
We are here.
I know some of these stops are weird. It's like trucks only in this area. Oh, watch yourself, buddy. You know, that's your own fucking fault. You didn't give a guy with a big trailer room to go. I swear the biggest shortfall of AI traffic is none of them know what to do in gas stations. Like, they pull in, but they don't know how to yield or move, or there have been plenty of times where I've been pulling the truck straight forward out. Like 3/4 of my truck is out in the open, and they T-bone my trailer because they don't know how to yield in a gas station. They just think they can ride through and there are no obstructions whatsoever. And that really fucking frustrates me. Like they need to either improve the pathing of vehicles in these stops or stop letting them in general, in my opinion. Because as they are coming in, it's totally unsafe, and your shit gets broken because they're not gonna stop and give way to you whatsoever. Actually, that's kind of why I stopped using a traffic mod I really like, because the roads are great, but you ended up with like 20 cars inside the truck stops, and I couldn't move 10 feet without two different cars plowing into me on each end. Talk about frustrating. That is frustrating. Alright, let's cut across the road. Give our truck and trailer a quick little checkup after being rammed into twice. Are you just gonna let us go? Okay. And once we check up on our truck, we are gonna find another load. There we go. Enter. Actually, I guess we're fine. Most of our damage is to our wheels and stuff, but we're here, we'll fix it anyway. Although I also decided this paint looks cool, but I'm really not too sold on it, so we'll just change our paint job once again. Maybe we'll do a basic solid color, I don't know. Yeah, let's see what we got. That's kind of neat, actually. Actually, we will go back to our Serenity and we'll pop in our Phoenix colors like I usually drive. We'll just keep that. That is okay with me. And I just need to reach down, plug something in to charge really fast. This will only take a brief moment. And we will find our new job. Alright, let's see what we have here. Cargo market for Clovis. Ooh, that's one hell of a job. The question is, do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? It's probably an hour and a half of driving, I reckon. And we'll see what other options we got. And that's a fairly short drive. No, the lease. Yeah, let's go to Phoenix. We're going to Phoenix to end our trip.
Time to hit the ground.
We need to back up because our trailer is dangerously close to somebody's Peterbilt. And it would be a damn shame to break it right after I fixed it. See if we cut it hard. We have plenty of room to turn around and exit this place.
Turn left.
A lot of traffic. This might have to be one of those get aggressive with it moments. If we hurry, this Volvo won't catch up with us. So we should be fine, actually.
Turn right. Turn left.
Oh no, I'm out of tea. It was a full cup when I started the first drive. Which I guess was an hour 14 ago, to be fair. I guess it's had plenty of time to sit and be sipped at and go stone cold on me. Looks like our GPS wants to end us over here, so
Go straight on.
looks like this Walmart right here is where we want to pick up.
Keep right. And then turn right.
Yep, that's where they're saying they want us. I have
Turn
to
right.
steal this lane just a little bit to ensure I can swing the trailer into here adequately.
This is where it ends.
And I'm still not convinced I'll do it. We're gonna have to make a hard turn to the left once we grab our cargo to clear it. So we'll just swing it like this and it won't be a problem. That is where they want us. I hate parking on the fence over here. I like using all this space we got here to swing it around so I can park near side into a loading bay, not up against the dumpsters here. I suppose we can give it a try. I won't get better at backing in if I keep cheating and skipping undesirable parks. Or if I keep using the external cam like I'm good at. We're just having to pay close attention to the dumpster there so we don't end up hitting it. I feel like we took it a little too late and we're gonna hit it. Maybe if we swing it hard enough this way, we might need a pull forward here. Hey, we're practicing, alright? Pulling forward's okay when the whole point is to practice a skill that I am not good at so that I can be a better driver. basically there now, so we just gotta bring it forward and straighten ourselves back up. We should be able to do this now. Nope, wrong button. Tip it this way slightly. Straighten it out. We gotta mind that there's a dumpster over there that I really should be looking out that side too, so I can make sure I'm not hitting anything, but I feel like we're good. They are happy with it. Excellent. So that wasn't too bad. Could have been worse. Oh, I have to press again to load my cargo. Gotcha.
Let's do this.
Yep. Let's do this. Let's get out of here. Actually, I hate when I have to make hard rights out of this area here, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna... Oh shit, what did I... That was fun. I was so busy staring at that I didn't realize I was gonna hit... didn't realize I was gonna hit the fence like I did. Anyway, we are going to use whatever space we have here to turn around, because I really hate having to make a hard right out of these particular places, because it's so tight with that little gatehouse right there. Trailer's looking fine. Okay, the trailer's not fine. I didn't think it was going to hit that trailer, but evidently it did. This is not a good stream for me, guys. We're having way more traffic violations than normal. Like, I pride myself on being a decent driver, and I am showing I am anything but.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
There we go. Farewell, Clovis. We're on our way to Phoenix, Arizona. Switch sides. This lane's ending on us as it breaks down to a two-way. Oh, that dude's really on his brakes there. And it looks like we got our little road work that we had going on coming in is still here. Bring it to a stop, and we're sitting and waiting. Well, it looks like. Oh, I totally could have bypassed. I totally could have bypassed this if I went through the rest area. It's a little late now at this point. I gotta sit on the brake. We're starting to roll down this incline towards this guy. As a cop watching the arrest area specifically to keep people from cutting around and going through a parking lot to avoid traffic signals. Which is allegedly illegal anyway. I was told by a guy he allegedly got pulled over by the cops because there's a long line of traffic at a busy red light, and he cut into a gas station specifically to exit out the other side and be through the intersection. I'm not sure if the cop was bored or what, but apparently, according to him, you actually can get in trouble for circumventing traffic safety shit. I don't know. 55 zone here. We'll just lock our cruise where we're at and not. Oh, 35 coming up. Slow us down. Slow us down. Give us that engine brake.
Go straight on.
Give us a little more slow. Actually, at this point, we're getting so slow, we might as well get off the cruise control altogether.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Oh, right lane ends. It was totally pointless to merge over lanes. But we're also going way too fast in the spot where they got me last time around for going too fast. So we'll just set our cruise control and climb up here. Now we're hitting the 65 area. We'll actually let the truck pick up speed and go fast. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. There we go. So if we want to go west, we have to keep to the left, according to the signs. And we definitely want to go west, because we need to end up in Arizona. Why am I being routed this way? I feel like I probably could have gotten on the highway there and gone straight through, huh?
and then turn right.
Yeah, this road here is just a feeder to get onto Interstate 40 anyway. But I'm not too familiar with roads in New Mexico. One, I'm not from there, and compared to other states in the game, I just don't drive here quite so much, so we're kind of relying on the GPS a lot to get where we have to go. It's certainly not like Oregon and Washington, where I've driven so much I can find my way to my Seattle garage from basically anywhere. Not the case at all here. Well, that could make for an interesting driving challenge one of these days to turn off the voice navigation and turn off the GPS on the dashboard. And like we'll peek at the world map if we're parked at, say, a rest stop or something. Oh, you're going way slow for the left lane, dude. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, we'll like look at the world map, pretend it's like a paper map if we're at like a rest stop or getting fuel or something. But I think it'd be interesting to try and drive just by the road signs and see if we can find where we have to be and not follow the GPS. Yes, I don't care that I've discovered a viewpoint. Personally, I think the viewpoints being added in are really stupid. I clicked one of them just to say I've done it, and I've never ever stopped to look at a viewpoint. There we go, we are as close to highway speed as this truck will let us get. We are capped off at 65 with the speed limiter turned on. I guess we're doing 66 because we're on an incline going down. And now we're on an incline going up. So there goes our speed. A little bit of speed. We had so much speed that we're going to take this no problem. And we got room to get in the right lane where we ought to be as a truck. Sorry if I've gone quiet. I'm starting to run out of things to talk about, and really, I'm just enjoying this view. Taking what freeway are we on? Anyway, I'm just enjoying the view, and I kind of just got lost, letting my thoughts run away, looking at the terrain out my window. Historic Route 66. I've never been down Route 66. One of these days, we gotta come back and do that. I've also never been to the place with the big trees in California. That I know they added that a couple years ago as a place you can go to, but I've never been there. I wouldn't mind going there too sometime. I would just have to look online and figure out where the place with the big trees is at. I mean, I know that's very helpful. Like, oh, the place with the trees. I want to go there. Does anyone know where the tree place is? Like, fucking trees are everywhere, man. Be a little more specific, right? So we're in Albuquerque by the looks of it. Yeah, because there's the 25 that we just went past. These intersections are nuts here. I would go mad if I had to actually drive through here without a GPS. Oof.
Keep left.
Hey, well, checking my, reaching for it and fumbling with my vape. Exit 102, it looks like, if I read that right. 100 miles to go until we hit the Arizona border. And pro tip for the Europeans or Americans who just don't pay attention. Our exit numbers on the signs generally have meaning. Like, north to south, for instance, like we were going south through Colorado and I was counting exit signs going down. Because starting from the south and going north, every exit is numbered after the nearest mile marker. Like you don't see mile markers in this game because 120 scale, this place would be just a line of mile markers. But every mile-ish, there's a marker that says, hey, you're at this mile marker. That way, you know, if you have to call like a tow truck or someone, police, whatever, it's like, oh, I'm in the northbound lanes of 25 near mile marker like 43. I'm just making something up. And the exits are numbered the same way. It's like by how many miles from the state line at the point where the counting starts. So like south to north mile markers climb, and I want to say it's east going, or west. I want to say it's west going east. They climb too. So if you're going the other way, you just look at the exit signs, and it's basically a mile marker saying how far you got to go. So when we saw exit 102 there, that means we're approximately 102 miles from the border to Arizona. Just a little pointless, could be helpful fact for anyone who ends up driving around in America that's not from here, and you're like wondering where you are in relation to another state, or where you are in relation to a known exit. Like, say if I knew I wanted to get off at exit 102, but I was at exit like 200 or something, I'd know I've got about 100 miles to go. Pretty helpful and useful to know for navigation. This exit coming up is exit 26, because 120 scale, and the time I've been rambling, we're already most of the way through those 100 miles to get to the border. Speaking of the border, here's Gallup coming up, so the border should be right on the other side of Gallup. If I remember right, Gallup is still in New Mexico, not Arizona. Yeah, there's exit 20. I guess because the distance compression's a little different because we're in a town now. They're going to exit 359, so we would be in Arizona now, though I wasn't paying attention and didn't see the sign. And we've got 359-ish miles to hit California if we stayed on this interstate. And we got a way station coming up. They're probably gonna want us to, oh, there's our welcome sign. It's actually a little ways into the state, but probably gonna want us to weigh in. We should slow down. Oh, we've been getting really lucky with way stations on this stream. I'm so used to having to slow down and pull in that I keep doing it, and they're like, nope, you can go right through. So if we can go through, we are going through, fellas. I remember my Arizona right. I feel like we're following this until about Flagstaff and then turning south. I am slightly, very slightly more familiar with Arizona than New Mexico. And there go 40 west of Flagstaff. Alright, got our speed back up to it. We can lock our cruise control now that we're not stopping at a way station, and we can proceed on course.
Go straight on.
Don't know about anyone who's been watching, but this is a pretty enjoyable drive for me. I really do enjoy these highway drives. Just lock the cruise and think. Or talk if there's somebody to talk to. Right now, so far as I'm aware, there's nobody to talk to, but you know what, I'm crazy. I like talking to myself just as much, so... Mainly at this point, I'm talking to myself. How you doing, Damon? Doing pretty good, Damon. You enjoying the drive? Most certainly. Are you enjoying being a passenger, sir? Abso-fucking-lutely. Here's Hornbrook. Hornbrook, sorry. Sorry, Hallbrook. Yeah, Hallbrook. Hornbrook is the, Hornbrook's the place in California that's just the, truck stop and the, construction roadwork area. Yeah, you really are good at, directions, Damon. Yeah, you're not so hot yourself. See, I'm halfway to totally crazy, I know it. At this point, I'm sitting around carrying on a full-blown conversation with myself, because I don't have anything to talk about. Oh, that was a weird change in the lighting, how it abruptly went from more overcast to full sunshine like that. So that's something they can smooth out a little better in the full version. We just gotta keep in mind I'm playing a beta build, so it's not gonna be perfect. See like this, how it transitions to darker under the clouds, and then it transitioned to being out of the clouds. You know, that's pretty good. It was just that really abrupt change in the world lighting seemed a little weird to me. What are we looking at? About 200 miles to go. 210. And since we're approaching the 2 hour mark, we're going to be wrapping the stream up for sure after we drop this load in Phoenix. Oh, we've still got a little ways to go yet to do that. Get our lights on. It's after 6. The sun's gonna start going down soon, and this thing's already big and black, so whatever amber lights and headlights we can turn on just to help our visibility. I mean, nobody should have a reason to say, oh, I didn't see you and I hit you. Flagstaff city limits, so at some point in the near future, there's going to be an exit we have to take southbound, and our next town after this should be Phoenix.
Go straight on.
Nice little oasis of greenness over here to contrast against all the desert on every other side of this place. A 1 mile to an exit for Interstate 17, I think that said. So yeah, 17 south to Phoenix.
And then turn right.
So we'll merge over,
Turn right.
turn right. No, but we want to be in this lane to go the way we have to go. And once we get on this highway, we have a straight shot into Phoenix. And we have to figure out where we're dropping this load we're dropping. At least we had a nice long on-ramp to build speed up. Most of those are horribly short. And the point of an on-ramp is to build up speed so that you can not slow down traffic on the highway. But our on-ramps in this game are horribly short. Slow it down a bit coming through the turn, and we'll pick our speed back up on this decline here. Not too bad for our Freightliner to pull off. Cruise control to 60 and gently take this turn a little slower than the speed limit. So we want to be quick with our deliveries and on time, but we want to do it safely as well. So let's... Come on. Give me a little more engine brake than you're given. Don't make me have to pump the real brake. I find it amazing how long I can sit and drive for going on 2 hours. Like, I go crazy sitting in a car for an hour and a half to go to Saginaw, the nearest major city to where I am in Michigan. Like, I go crazy if I'm a passenger for an hour and a half to go there, but I can sit here for 2 hours driving. Nothing to do but talk to myself, no problem. What are you doing, dude? Janky move if I've ever seen one. I say that knowing I've probably made plenty of janky moves where I slow down and turn into a lane change in the middle of a turn. Anyway, I mean, I'm a great example of you're a crappy driver. But you know, that's why I don't have a real license. I would probably fail my driving test because I drive like shit. But this is a video game, so it doesn't matter if I have a few moments of bad driving while I'm doing this. Ooh, we're getting a lot of speed on this downhill. We're never going to be able to hold that though, because even if I lock the cruise, the truck just refuses to pass 65 on its own engine power. As well as coast it down till we hit 65 like there and lock it. And no point locking the cruise higher than the engine power if we can't go beyond that anyway. That was a nice little boost of speed while we had it to shave off a little bit of time. It is getting dark and we still have a little bit of distance to go to make Phoenix. And there's the county line for Phoenix. There's the city limit too, as a matter of fact. So we are on the outskirts of Phoenix now, as a matter of fact. So we don't have a whole lot longer to drop off our load. So I'm gonna slow it down to like 55 just because. Because there you go, we just lost a little bit of speed limit coming into town anyway. I mean, it's still 65, we can do that, but not 100% sure where we're exiting, so I want to be prepared to slow down and make the exit. Like if you look at our GPS, you can see in the very corner it's starting to show the little flickering motion, so it's probably the next little spaghetti looking interchange after this one is the one that we're gonna use. Yeah, that looks like the case. The GPS on our dash is saying we're gonna have to get ready to turn. And Karen confirms it.
Exit right.
Exit onto Buckeye Road over here.
Turn left.
We are clear to turn. And it looks like our destination is going to be on the right, past the coastline mining and the sell goods we're coming up on. Give a little bit of engine brake. We're starting to go past our speed limit on this hill here. Change lanes.
Go straight on.
Bring our speed on down. That looks like a charged icon on my GPS. It's kind of hard to tell with the flag and the motion of the drop-off circles, but this next intersection's our intersection to drop off.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Yeah, that's why I'm going slow, because I know I have to make a right, Karen.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Alright, now that we're here, let's see where you boys want it. Where do you want it?
Your route guidance is now finished.
Yeah. This isn't going to work. I'm not entirely convinced. How am I going to put a 53-foot trailer into that area without cheating it? I don't know if I can. I mean, it's certainly doable, but I don't know if I have the skill to pull that off. I'm probably just gonna swing it around, cheat it, and do the instant park. If it will prompt me to do it. Or can I do it? Okay, I already can do it. Alrighty, job done. It's 10 p.m. We are in Clovis. Or sorry, Clovis was where we were last time. We are in Phoenix. We're all parked up. We'll just kill the engine and we'll call it quits here. Hopefully everybody watching had a good time. It's probably gonna be a couple of days before I do this again, maybe. Actually, tomorrow's not guaranteed, but it's in the realm of possibility. But I think Monday is an absolute for sure. Monday I can definitely do it. Maybe tomorrow's in the realm of possibility. But we will see when we get there. So everyone that did watch, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time around.